Okay, so I'm at Far Hills Race Meeting, which is going to take place on the 17th of October. And what it is essentially it's a steeplechase. There's a track there, as you can see right at the end of my fingers, and I make hay here. If you didn't know, this is the former AT&T estate, or Moorland Farm, which is what this is. Now, I've been given permission to go ahead and tell everybody about this place because I don't make negative videos towards anybody unless they really screw with me, i.e. John Deere, Eichroth Equipment, and a few others, but we won't get into that. So, yeah, so that's what's going to happen here. It's on the 17th of October. You can look it up online. It is the Far Hills Race Meeting. You can buy tickets, come here. It is a wonderful day. I mean, I've been here several times when I was younger. I used to ride mounted patrol on horseback. Get her done. Me and Britches and a hard hat, you wouldn't believe it, but they wouldn't let me use a Western saddle. I had to use an English saddle, which I don't particularly care for. But that's just the theme of the place. I'd much rather come as a cowboy with my 6 gun, but they wouldn't let me carry a gun then either, and believe me, a couple times I needed it. But that's been years and years ago. But anyways, Far Hills Race Meeting, go ahead and check that out. But this is going to be a review on the Peterbilt. Alright, so as you know, my driver George Dixon, he quit. He had to go back to his union job, and of course when you got a union job, that pays a hell of a lot more than some farmer having you haul hay with a worn out truck. Well, Carl decided he wanted to come work for me, and he had to finish up some other things, so it took him several months, and I waited patiently, and obviously this is an entirely new rig. The trailer I bought in, let's see, March, April, maybe April or May. I think it was early May I bought the trailer. That's a $55,000 trailer, by the way. I got it at rock bottom prices because it was a leftover 2014, and of course I bought it in 2015, or maybe it was the tractor, on the other hand, this is actually a glider. It was built in 2012, the glider kit, and Carl built this thing, or he had it built. He had the cab, the chassis, and Peterbilt delivered it to the guy that was going to go ahead and put the motor and transmission and everything in. I believe it was in Ohio. I'm not 100% sure of that fact, but I'm sure Carl will probably correct me. I'm about to pop the hood here, which opens extraordinarily easy. I probably shouldn't have did that, but I did it anyway. But there it is, laying low in the frames here, is actually a Cat C12. Now, this C12 came out of a Sterling. He had a Sterling, and it was the noisiest damn truck he ever owned. He tried to silence it and couldn't get it to get quiet, so he decided that the motor was good, and he would just pull that motor out, see if he can get a Kenworth glider, but Kenworth didn't have gliders at that time, and they do again now. Even though it's owned by the same company, Packard, Peterbilt still offered the glider kit. So there it is, a C12 set up to 430 horsepower. Has a Jake on there, which works okay. I don't have any problem with that. It's a much more simple motor than the one in the Western Star. The Western Star I've kept, by the way. I haven't gotten rid of it. Carl drove the Western Star a couple of days, and he says, I got to get out of this thing, and that's when I went ahead and took control of this thing. The problem with the Western Star is it's an old truck. It's a 2005 with 900,000 miles on it. But anyhow, with that being said, very simple. It's got a turbocharger and none of the other crap that I've got on my A-cert motor, because this is a straight C12. There's nothing but an engine in there. The problem with my Western Star is actually it needs new leaf springs, shackles, you know, the whole 9 yards to get the front end. Probably kingpins and everything else up front, and it does. It's a rattle box because of that. Now, it wasn't so bad when I bought it, but over time, George using it, the horrible, horrible roads down around Philadelphia, and that's what you get. Now, this Peterbilt is a single tank model. He's got a 150-gallon tank there, which will get me about 4 trips to and from the mushroom farm. Oh, I forgot this thing's got that stupid flip thing. This is like the The old Mac Vision had that thing. The problem is you had to walk to the other side of the truck to flip her down. But the hood actually comes down quite nicely. Yeah, it's got these. These are heavy aluminum. They're not plastic, and that is one of the nice things about that I've seen about the Peterbilt. The Defenders, they're metal. They're aluminium. If you're English, the hood, I believe, is aluminum also, which makes for a much stiffer, you know, hood and fender design. And Peterbilt, as Carl pointed out, started putting these on a little later in life. But everything on this truck is accessible. My air dryer. This is a pump. Now, one of you guys from the Instagram account said, hey, was that thing a blow because of the hours that are on it? Was that an old blower truck? Well, lo and behold, here's the system right here. Now, Carl is on trial membership with the farm. If Carl does not like working for me, or does not like driving the route that he's driving, he gets to buy the truck back. No penalties, no harm, no foul. Everything is just the way it was. You know, before he took over, and then he can go back to doing what he did with his blower truck. He ran plastic, poly, all over the place. So, anyways, if it does work out, then what I'm going to do is actually remove that pump, and he can have it. That's a very expensive pump, if I remember right. I think he said it was like $6,000 rebuilt. So he gets to keep that. I didn't buy that thing, and he can turn that back into somebody else and sell it and get his money out of it. But what I was thinking of doing was going ahead and getting a wet kit for this truck. Then I can run dump trailers and get lime and other things for my farm. Of course, I'd have to get a dump trailer. But anyway, super singles. I'm not sure that I liked them. He says he loves them, so I don't know what's going to happen with them. We'll find out. Yeah, but really a great truck from what I can do. I don't like the way the clutch pedal is, and this is where I have a problem with this truck. And it's not a bad thing. It's just not my thing. I don't like a 10-speed transmission. Carl says, "Hey, you'll get used to it. It's a great transmission." Maybe. I don't know. I'm used to the 13-speed. You know, 13 speeds are 13 speeds. Holy smokes, I think I'm overweight. If I'm not overweight, I ought to be overweight. Holy shit. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. Anyway, I got 41 bales on here. I don't know, though. Whatever. We'll find out. So anyway, yeah, this is the dash cluster. Yes, that is correct. It has 183,000 miles on it, and yes, the hours are correct for the engine, not the tractor. The engine, because it is a rebuilt or a reconditioned truck. Technically a reconditioned truck. I think that engine actually has 750,000 miles or so on it. But if you pull the dipstick, which I should have done, it looks like salad oil. That thing really, really runs good. So, anyway, anybody that has seen some of the videos that I've already posted while I'm in this truck, you see that I do float the gears. I'm not a double clutcher. I really hate doing that. The other thing is, wow, this thing is gauging out at 29. Got a lot of weight on here. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe if you like this video. If not, well, that's just too damn bad. And this is the view out of here. I don't mind the truck. It's okay. I just got to get used to driving it. I prefer the Western Star. So, the Western Star will be getting repaired, and probably going to do some head work to that engine, because I do have a little bit more blow-by than I'd like to have. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day.